Hey folks, this is Vociferous from Halo Waypoint. One of the things people appreciate the most about Halo shooters is their incredible ability to capture the intensity and versatility of a combat encounter, a battle between the player and the NPCs around him. Halo has tons of these, and over the next few months we're going to run the gamut of Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 3 ODST's most intense encounters, chalking up the enemy numbers, the sheer awesomeness, and the vast array of different approaches we've all come to appreciate since 2001. Up first on our list is a little place I like to call the Grand Canyon. For those who need a nostalgic boot in the backside, let me give you a frame of reference. In Halo 1's 2 Betrayals, you'll remember that the Master Chief sets out to destroy 3 pulse generators, which can prevent Guilty Spark from activating Halo. To do this, the player is forced to backtrack through the environment they've already played during the mission Assault on the Control Room. But this time, it's infested with the Flood. Sounds like an annoying pain in the ass, right? Wrong. 2 Betrayals represents a treasure trove of combat sequences that verge somewhere between unbelievably frantic to impossibly epic. We could spend hours chatting about the entire lot of them, but let's focus on just one, the Grand Canyon. When you first rolled through here, you were climbing a tunnel toward an enemy dropship, doling out Spartan pain against an array of infantry and a single wraith. This time, you have a Warhog at your disposal, but what's more, you have a pair of Banshees as well. Keep an eye on them, because they'll come in handy later. This entire encounter could be divided up into sections because of its sheer size and scope. But since you're able to face off against these enemies in any and every order conceivable, they're all part of the same battle. As you charge into the fray, crossing a frozen solid body of water, you're confronted with a choice right off the bat. Head directly into a couple of hunters on the right, or slide headlong to the left, where a pair of elites have set up a heavily defended fortification. Fast players will charge for a Banshee, well aware that high above a nest of enemies already swarm, one even swooping in low under the impression that it could get a quick kill. Not gonna happen today, buddy. Take a Banshee and make short work of this airborne menace, or take your time with them, enjoying one of Halo's most memorable dogfights. If you haven't already eliminated the enemies below, you can now engage them with a Banshee, or even return to the ground for some intense face-to-face infantry combat. The Wraith is no dandelion either. This early in the series, players had to create their own way to board and disable Covenant tanks. And if you're having trouble with it, return to the cache of Banshees, something you're going to need to do anyways to finish off the climactic plateau battle. So high above you can barely see it from the canyon floor, this column of terrain represents yet another layer to an already epic experience. Here we find an array of enemies, another Banshee, and a completely different tone than the encounter below. You can handle these enemies on foot, from the sky, or even off to the side. And when you're ready, cross the gap, hand the Covenant their collective asses, and take out the pulse generator to complete the encounter. I'm Vociferous, and this is Vintage Fisticuffs, another series brought to you by Halo Waypoint.
That did it. The pulse generator overloaded. One more to go.